Hi everyone, Chef Mark here, and I'm back with the strip loin, and back by popular demand. This time I'm going to talk about how to handle the nerve end. Let's go ahead and identify that. On the strip steak, the side that juts up here is indeed the side that has that nerve that starts to jut into it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut my strip steak, I'm going to trim off the fat, and I'm going to cut my 10-ounce New York strip steaks into about here, and that's when the nerve end starts to come into play. So what I'm going to do is clean this up. I'm going to cut steaks up to this point, and then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to go into what to do with this muscle. Mise en place includes a strip steak, a boning knife, a chef knife, big cutting board. I got a tray here to catch my cut steaks, and I have a trash can over here along with a side towel. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, I've just cut my 10th steak, and this is when I start having to pay attention to where the nerve end starts. Okay, so here's steak number 11. These are about 10 ounces. And here we are. This is the start of the nerve end. You can see this nerve juts down here and pops back up. This is the start of the nerve end, and this next steak, if I go to cut that, will have a big piece of nerve. There's that nerve right there. It juts down, and it juts down, pardon me, and comes around all the way down to here. And it gets really big and fat way down there. So, can I use this steak? Yeah, I can cook this off, whether on the grill or on a saute pan. Keep in mind that it's going to be less tender because you have that nerve coming through there. In the restaurant business, this is what we would call save for well done. Okay, let me cut one more steak here so you guys can see. Sometimes, every once in a while, it depends on my audience, I might cut one more steak, but you can see just how much that kind of swoops down there. This steak is not going to be very nice at all. It's not going to be tender. And I've been into some butcher shops, and I've actually seen them try to sell these at full price. And just be careful if you're shopping for steaks, if you're looking for that right there. This is when this cooks, it's really inedible, and it really just tightens up and makes for a very untender steak. So if you're cutting your own steaks, I would avoid that. Okay, here it is. Here's the nerve end. What I like to do with this is pull the whole fat cap off. And I find it's a lot easier to be able to see what you're doing once the fat cap is removed. There's a lot of just really tough, sinewy stuff in here that you don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all of that. Okay. And then the same thing here. I'm going to remove all of the fat. As much as I possibly can. The more the better. Okay, and you can see just how tough this is to cut through. Okay, good. There's a little bit right here too. That's not part of the fat cap, or part of the nerve end, but I'm going to remove that as well. Okay, now it's going to be a lot easier to see here. Here is that nerve end. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my knife down, and it comes down farther on this end than this end. This can be tricky to remove. There it is. Okay, that's that top part, that top muscle. And I don't know the names of these muscles. I know they have, I'm sure they have some Latin term associated with them. So I apologize for not knowing exactly what every single muscle is called. But I find that this technique works very well. And then I'm going to remove, this is the actual nerve itself that I'm removing. Okay, so you can see just how tough and big and thick and leathery this is. Oh man, you can pull all day on that. You're not getting through it. Your teeth certainly aren't busting through that either. Okay, so yuck. All right, now I'm left with two muscles here. I've got my the bottom cap and the top cap. So what I like to do is the top part, and I'm sure you can use this in whole muscle applications. I like to dice this, and the reason I like to dice this is I find that this is great for things like beef stroganoff or meat for balsamic steak salad. Great lunch items in a restaurant. I can get 1 or 2 portions depending on what other scrap I have out of this. But let's say that's 1 portion right there. Now, this is a great smaller steak. Oftentimes I've been serving these for lunches. So with this bottom muscle, I can cut this twice to get 3 nice lunch steaks. Okay, there we go. And I think these work great. So this is my favorite application for this. Instead of having a $25 or $30 steak on my lunch menu, I can cut these and I can go down to $12 or $15 on these steaks. You know, I might sell 2 or 3 anyway, so it really works out portion-wise. And then if I don't sell them, but I have a run on balsamic steak salad or my beef stroganoff, I just go ahead and dice this really quick and throw it in the saute pan. So really a versatile way to cut this. So here we go. Out of 1 strip steak, I've gotten 10 beautiful strip steaks, 2 safe for well done steaks, a nice portion of diced meat, and then 3 lunch steaks. So this is Chef Mark. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can catch all of my new videos. I have a lot of great stuff coming. And thanks for commenting that you wanted to see this video. So that's why I'm here. All right. Have a great day, everyone.